Hey guys, welcome to the first game now of week 2 of the Miners LTP on Iron. On the blue team, you'll see we have 50 Shades of Blue Balls, top rated team for Miners, and on paper that is. And up against them we have on the red team, the Ballbusters, Whiskey's team. As we head...
Paper's not always the most important thing. They were also the highest rated team for majors, and that didn't go so well for them on this map.
Yep, that's for sure. With a 9-1 loss for the majors team last night, which wasn't exactly a good sight for me, but very good to commentate. Now, as we get into this, if you watched last night, button control and power up control are pretty much paramount here. So we'll see how both teams control this.
Let's pull button control from the start, allowing Fog an easy rolling bomb grab. We're going to see Illuminati and Fog on O, and Biscotti and Chop Shop on D for the Ballbusters, and we're going to see Arcane and Strange Cloud on D.
We have an early TagPro lead here on Loom, but the problem is with this button control, I feel like you should generally TagPro lead straight through mid, because as we saw there, button control getting shut down in mid at bottom there where the button is, the gates are very easy, and it's very actually easy to push someone off button, so I'm not sure if that's the right choice there by Loom.
It's a bit of a waste of a TagPro, but good grab from Pear. He might be able to do something here.
He has taken his way up to 1 at the top there, which is very dangerous because Biscotti's pretty much taken the 4 tiles there, so I'm not sure how Pear's going to get out of this one.
And interestingly, Pears is known as an offender, but he played the first week as a majors defender, which is quite surprising for a lot of people.
Yeah, Pear is known as an offender, but he's shown in how he can play some quality defense, but unfortunately spiked himself right there. Now, Dopesayo, one of the stars here, the new stars that we've seen, has shown how he can hold a flag given space and velocity, but I'm not too sure how he's going to go here in such a defensive map with tight spaces.
He does have the highest hold in Miners so far, something about 390 seconds in the first game, which is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely with a map like velocity, but we'll just see how Iron holds now.
Poor grabs there, allowing easy returns, but
Pear opting to grab 2v1 with 3v1, but it's generally not a very good thing to do, with actually him spiking himself there, allowing Dope to get a grab, and unfortunately not able to get ahead, but good idea.
Yeah, slow start, which is pretty common for Ryan, really.
Yeah,
good
with a
Fog.
Defensive map here, you generally don't expect many caps, but what Loom and Fog did there, probably not the best idea, because they weren't very safe grabs, and Loom pretty much just seemed like that was I don't know what to call it. We're just grasping at straws here.
A really magical thing?
Maybe
the
not.
grabs for the Ballbusters haven't been too good at this moment.
Arcane and Strange Cloud is one of the most solid Miners Ds you're going to come across. I think they're 2 of the 3 highest rated defenders on Miners.
Yeah, they're playing very solid.
Fog and Illuminati have it's a
Pear is
very
away ahead of 3-2 at mid here. They got 1 to block. Biscotti unable to get straight into the flag. Arcane and Strange doing a great job with the first early cap here for the 50 Shades team.
And the regrab train is on. Dopesayo is going to go top, but he is closed down. He's going to have to retreat now.
Yeah, so going top there, didn't give him many options. But Chop Shop actually overextending here with Dope taking the boost in, and now he's unfortunately trapped by 4, but that was poor decision making by Chop there, allowing Dope to get ahead with a potential cap. See, I feel like in that position, someone should have got button there because there was 2 available people that could have easily allowed Pear to get into base there.
They were trying, but there was some good fighting from, I think it was Chop Shop.
Yeah, he managed to grab the flag and get out, which is beautiful. I think it was Chop that grabbed it.
Biscotti is doing well in the power-ups as well.
Yeah, Biscotti, as you saw last night, played majors for the Ballbusters
very solid
team.
game. Unfortunate for me, because I can't shit talk him that much about it, because he was actually very good.
Yeah, playing with Evoke, they did very well, so we'll just have to see how Chop here matches up with Evoke.
Chop was a round down pick, I'm pretty sure. They've had some issues with availability. I know. Truth, their 5th round pick, can't play because he's away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, so I believe they're playing their last round pick now. As we can see, Biscotti and Fog, the Ballbusters team, actually haven't been able to grab the flag and get out because Arcane and Strange are just doing a beautiful job shutting him down.
You look at the whole times so far, they've got 20 seconds with 8 grabs, 17 with 5, 1 with 1, and 0 out of 0. So, doing a very solid job here, Strange Cloud and Arcane. 6 returns to each of them so far.
Yeah, and then you got Pear and Dope with about 2 minutes to hold right now. Dope picking up the Juke Juice there. maintaining the power control for their team while Pear and Loom fight out for mid. Loom managed to get the rolling bomb and they haven't broken contact, but now it is defused. Fog does have the flag now, but he's in a little bit of a tough situation here, but he's away top, ahead of 2. Now he's got Juke Juice to beat here. So extending out, picking up the easy return there with the Juke Juice. Now Loom here is stuck between a rock and a hard place, but he's trying to find his way through mid, doing a wonderful job, but unfortunately Arcane just follows up easily right behind. Biscotti here has picked a poor path, but we'll see what he can do.
Almost gets the split. Would have been very nice.
But Arcane and Strange know way better than that. Get split.
Almost again. It's gonna happen eventually if they keep trying. Might look cool.
Something magical is gonna happen. Like someone's gonna pull a leady and just split straight through the middle.
Oh, that was beautiful. Pinkman got a couple too.
Oh, this power controls, but
3 power battles, which is always good to see.
yeah, in some minors games you don't really see the power control between the two teams, and I think Ballbusters, if he picked up all 3 power ups for this minute with Fog with the Juke Juice, but not able to get away, which is poor. It's really unfortunate because I feel like that should have been a cap with the Juke Juice and TagPro there.
Didn't have a right momentum. He was taking him into the back right corner instead of out, but no, and not be able to block him.
Yeah, the defenders did a great job of zoning him out there, and Fog unable to get in the button and giving the easy return to the 50 Shades team. Just entering the second half of this first half now, and it's still 1-0 to the 50 Shades team with the early cap there. And we can see how both teams just unable to get much out of the base. Biscotti, Chop Shop, and both Arcane and Strange, both pairings doing a great job of shutting him down and not allowing him to get out of base all too often.
It's really only been one clear chance for a cap this half.
Oh, here we go, Dope's now ahead of 2. But he's gone up 1 with a beautiful... Oh, Strange getting in the way.
That has cost him a cap, but Pear will be able to pick up a rolling bomb top left, which he...
Oh, he sees it. No, now he sees it.
Miss that.
Pear, mate. Alright, now he's should be able to get ahead of Chop here. Oh my gosh. This should be an easy cap. Pear with a beautiful split straight through mid on Chop Shop and Biscotti. With the rolling bomb, not even diffused, picking up another cap. Wonderful job.
All 3 power-ups there from 50 Shades of Blue Balls. 2 TagPros is always very helpful, which is going to be an O.
Oh, TagPro lead. Oof, don't pick up a flag there, but the TagPro was going to run out.
There should be another cap if
Pear, where's the button?
They don't need a button, they can just have 2 people blocking a Loom like that.
50 Shades doing very well there. I feel like the button would have been a safer bet, but you know, being ahead of all 3, probably didn't need it.
Yeah, a lot of the time it just allows for a bit of a lapse in communication, and Strange Cloud with a fantastic boost. The best player in mine is if you hear him tell it.
Oh yeah, with that 10 gas. Dope doing a wonderful job of grabbing the flag now, but unfortunately he's not able to get out. He's actually utilised that bomb pretty well with the Ballbusters team, not actually defusing it, because it's a very dangerous bomb, allowing people to easily grab and get out. Now, some pretty poor power control here from 50 Shades after they manage to grab all 3, but they do pick up a rolling bomb for Pear. We'll see what they do with it. As he comes into base now with it, I feel like he's going to get defused here, and he does. Dope with a bomb again. This guy's on point with those bombs, and he's away 1, but Chop Shot with a wonderful snipe.
And all 3 power-ups are wasted just then. 2 rolling bombs immediately diffused, and a Juke Juice, which is just flaccid. It's a bit of a waste on this map, where power-ups are really important for getting out of base. Not very many places where you can get a good grab off in this without power-ups or boosts, so...
Yeah, I think last night the Krusty Grabs team showed just how vital power-ups are in grabbing and getting out of the base.
Or you can just be Goku and somehow be untouchable by defenders.
Yeah, regardless of the TagPro, but Pear also using those bombs. I feel like this bomb is allowing them to get out of base way too easily, although they are able to get the return. It's just too risky to allow that bomb to stay up and give the team an easy way out. Fog now picking up, got a flag pro. That's something you use.
They had there, they should have just waited.
Yeah, definitely should have waited there, because you want the TagPro lead. You don't want the flag pro at all, because that's a bit of a waste.
I feel like that Ballbusters has actually been dominating the power-ups for the majority of this game. It's the second time recently they've picked up all 3 as the Loom gets away with the aid of his Juke Juice. There's only one ahead, but no one is going on the button. Where is the communication? It is just gone.
Yeah, I feel like he did call that, but it seems like they didn't reaction. But Fog with a nice combo boost, chain boost there. But Dope positioning beautifully and being a little bit impatient there just really cost him that cap.
I think he did have to go with 3 people on his tail, but it just didn't allow Biscotti enough time to get the blocks on Dope. Kind of just rolled it on top.
So we do have a reset now with good old Arcane spiking himself. Power-ups, both up, 2 rolling bombs picked up, both by the 50 Shades team. Dope juking Fog there to grab the flag and bomb Chop Shop away and doing a beautiful job dodging straight past Fog there. Now he is away 1, picks up the boost there, heads away, coming to base, 1 on 2. This is not going to work.
Only 1 on D because Arcane went up with his rolling bomb and it took him a very long time to work out who was going to go on Re or not.
Yeah, and Dope sort of pinning himself down there, up at the top lane. If they can get a button here, this is really nice. Oh, unfortunately, they're not going to get a return there.
Very dangerous situation. That probably could have been 4-0, but it's going to be 3-0 at the end of a half. And I think that's a very fair reflection of how the game's gone. Arcane and Strange Cloud have been fantastic on D together. And Loom and Fog have just had no answers for the question to keep posing.
For sure, and if you look at the scoreboard, you have 50 Shades clearly on top, all 4 players on top there with the Ballbusters team sitting on the bottom half, and you can see from the gameplay, despite their power control, they just weren't able to utilize those power-ups to grab some caps, and the 50 Shades taking advantage of their solid D and use of power-ups and just, well, all around sick jukes to get some 3 nice caps there.
I think Chops had a pretty decent debut. I mean, for a round 9 pick coming into his first minors game, it's been pretty decent so far, top of his team. And the defense for Ballbusters has been pretty solid, but Pear and Dopesair is looking like a very dangerous combination for a minors team right now. Yeah,
you do have a very experienced player, who's been around for a while. Pear up against some of those defenders, and Dope, despite being new, both those shown pretty damn well why they've been rated so highly, and just able to get away with the base, able to get away out of the base pretty easily and just dominating the whole time over the other 2 offenders.
You can clearly see Dopesair's hackball skills coming through, because for his level, his mechanical juking is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. He's just, no one really saw him. We always say not many captains knew about him, and Elfie picked him up, and this is showing exactly why he picked him up, because he's amazing, this guy.
Nice and short halftime break. No chance to eat my lasagna, which is disappointing.
Unfortunately, it's going to have to sit there on the side and cool down as we jump into the second half now. As we switch teams, the scoreline, it's the recap, it is 3-0 to the 50 Shades team, who are now on the red side, with the Ballbusters on the blue side. Hopefully we can see a cap from the Ballbusters team, because I really do not want to see him go capless as much as I sort of do. It'd be nice to see him cap at least once.
They're really going to have to change something if they want to get this cap, because they've just been too solid on D and haven't had anything too interesting to show and know so far.
Yeah, Strange and Arcane just doing an amazing job of shutting him down. But it's really nice, Chop Shop able to pick up the TagPro here, so this could be an early opportunity with the TagPro lead.
Dopesair is coming in with his own TagPro, but there's no one to support him.
Ooh, there we go, Chop clearing out the way. And Chop has taken out 2 defenders here, but Dope has his own TagPro. Pear unable to actually get out of the way there. It could be an early cap. This will be an early cap.
It's going to be a cap anyway. I thought he had screwed up when he didn't hit that boost right, but it all worked out nicely.
Yeah, they do actually this time utilize that power control really, really well, and just use the TagPro to get out of base and grab up that nice and early cap. But now I feel like away from that cluster of the early power up rush, Arcane and Strange should be able to shut them down, but unfortunately Dope is able to get away here.
Fog
is able to get away here.
He's used his bomb very, very well there to sneak past them. The Rico chain is on. Let's see what Illuminati can do, but he's going to be closed down.
There is a TagPro there sitting up, which Arcane is probably going to grab.
And that's all 3 power-ups to the 50 Shades of Blue balls.
And then Fog there, trapped, pretty much going to get returned here unless a miracle comes up. Look at this, we have Juke Juice and a tag. Button control.
Button control is there.
Button strats.
They had 2 people on that base one, they just wanted to make sure, but it still works.
Yeah, now Dope here with the regrab chain. Pear unfortunately blocking him, so he should be able to. He's going to retreat here, pick up the boost, and probably head away again.
If Dopesair gets returned, this is a cap. He bombed Pear into his own spikes, which is. There's not enough
Oof.
pressure on him.
Unfortunate bomb there from Chop Shop getting returned, or just returning himself and delivering him straight to Strange Cloud. We haven't seen many button plays this game, but 50 Shades just showed how their comms were just spot on, allowing them to get that cap.
Interesting watching the Majors games. There are a couple of upsets, but it's just the team that controlled that button won. Apart from the Krusty Grabs, really, who won by the most, but...
Strange doing a beautiful job to get out of base there, because Biscotti managed to beat two people, because baiting pair towards the boost, forcing him to come towards him really, and just allowing him to boost away.
And the power-up control there by Dopesayer is very good. That TagPro, could be risky, but no. Good work.
Three spawning in base. Dope doing a beautiful job of grabbing that return there.
Fog grabs with a TagPro, which is not the right option when there were two people around him. Return on a loop.
Can they get this return? Biscotti right in his tail, Chop right in his pair's tail, but nope.
Well hold from Illuminati there.
For sure. I mean, Biscotti here. Oh, Strange.
That's fantastic. That was a cap save. Biscotti was going through button there. That would have been an easy cap if not for a fantastic bomb by Strange. And great button control there. It's really becoming more active right now. Yeah,
the comms weren't really on from the 50 Shades team because both players were zoning the flag carrier towards the gate, but not really responding to that that Ballbusters player sitting on the button there.
Really see now that this half the gate has been used twice, and there's been two caps from it.
Yeah, they must have had some sort of talk there.
And Pair is not able to get there. Oof. That is very, very lucky for the Ballbusters.
There must have been some team talk from both to discuss the button control and just comms, especially after that little mishap that happened with the lack of communication of buttons that the Ballbusters had, which could have resulted in another cap for them in the first half. Fog here, unable to get in, trying to beat 4 defenders. But the regrab chain is on, and Biscotti taking up a little chain boost effort. Arcane and Strange, I don't even know.
Pair that time, but it still works out fantastically. Biscotti with a nice little well played. Good to see the sportsmanship going. Yep,
acknowledging some sick returns there from Pair and utilising the bombs pretty well. Now the regrab chain is on, Loom picks up the flag, and that boost. So using that boost, many teams will actually expect you to use that left boost up to the top, and they know exactly where you're going to end up. So now we see Loom here, who's a little bit trapped because Arcane and Strange position himself very nice in order to shut that chain boost down.
Interesting with that boost from top straight down to gate, because it's very hard to defend against, because if they're away top, you really need to quarter them off top, but then they can easily switch lanes. It's something that A and Jogo were doing quite a lot in the majors. But in that case, Illuminati didn't communicate properly, and no one could hold button for him.
Now Pair's got on the flag. Like I can see on the button here, there's a cap. See this, the positioning there from the Ballbusters team. They really need to set someone on button, because despite having that TagPro there, they had 2 players pushed up, and they just needed one blue balls player to sit on that button and allow for an easy cap.
It's a right spot to cover if you know that he's top left, but when you're middle and you can so easily switch to gate, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, I feel like they knew that he was actually coming there because they had 2 of their own the Ballbusters players who saw him go down, but comms probably just not too on point at that moment, allowing for another wonderful cap through the gate.
Just before as well, when Fog was going into base, there was a rolling bomb top right, which he passed just afterwards. I'm not sure if that's a lack of communication or not knowing the power-up timers, but it would have been easy to wait up.
Yeah, Fog again, he's grabbing the flag with his TagPro and not waiting up for his teammates, and that's really costing them another opportunity, because he's grabbing 2v1, and even though he just can't get out, especially against this pairing here with Strange and Arcane.
Arcane and Strange have been fantastic together so far. They really look like they're going to be one of the toughest teams to break down. It's unlucky to get them on such a defensive-heavy map, but...
Yeah, I think most teams, well, nearly all teams will fear this pair playing up against this pairing. However, next week might be a different story, being on gamepad.
Map is very hard to defend on. It'll be interesting to see if they can adapt and perform as well on Velocity, like they have on Velocity and Iron.
Pair here now trying to get away. He's ahead of 2, but Illum with a nice boost there, grabbing the return. As the regrab train begins, Biscotti does have a TagPro, and this is how you're supposed to use a TagPro, having a TagPro lead here.
Return here on gate, so it is a cap, but... Again, well closed down from Arcane and Strange. They're working very well together.
Yeah, these guys just know exactly where to be at the right time. They know who's covering what lane, and they know where to be in order to just shut down the flag carrier the best way. Strange with a beautiful grab there, with not even needing that TagPro. But now, I'm not sure how he's going to get through here. As he heads up to... See, he's just sort of switching up between 1 and 2 there, so the defenders aren't really sure where to go. See, now they thought it was going 2, but he went 1 with a clear lane, but he should be shut down. They really need to, the Ballbusters team really need to fix up their positioning when they're trying to shut down these flag carriers, because Arcane and Strange are doing a great job, but the Ballbusters seem to be allowing the 50 Shades team to enter the base too many times, despite returning them though.
It's actually a surprisingly easy map to hold on if you're not being shut down correctly. There's lots of chances for you to switch lanes, and pairs run into Arcane and gone into a spike. That's unlucky. But yeah, without proper positioning, this map is actually quite easy to hold on. But they've done very well so far.
For sure, it's dope here. Loom misses the snipe. Now it's 3-on-1. They should be able to grab the blocks here. Biscotti doing a nice job positioning himself. And Illuminati coming to save the day.
Very well positioned by Biscotti, but you have to ask how they possibly got into that situation where a couple of really bad flashes there, which are just completely pointless. You don't really want players like Biscotti and Illuminati having to come in like that and just save things that should be easily shut down.
Yeah, but I'm not too sure how why they didn't risk the button there, because Para and Dope already pushed up that far up, and I feel like the button would have been the safer way to go and to fight for that button there in order to get that cap, because he just pretty much, I think Biscotti was the one that pretty much ran into Pear and not allowing for a cap.
They try and go bottom, but there are 3 people fighting for it. It's not going to work.
Yeah, with a minute to go, I don't think the Ballbusters team is able to catch up. I think the score is 5-2 now.
Yeah,
I don't think they'll be able to get full caps.
We're going to have to get one hell of a regrab chain to get this going. With a TagPro for half of it, it's just not going to work.
Yeah, and from what we've been seeing in this game, the Ballbusters team really hasn't been able to hold the flag or get into that base all too often. So I really think this game is just beautifully played by the 50 Shades team, and I think it's over by now, as much as I hate to call it.
I don't really see any way they're going to get these 3 caps in 52 seconds. Oh, beautiful from Strange Cloud. But that positioning is just... You can't have 4 people contesting middle and nobody near the flag.
Yeah, these just another example of how the positioning and decision making by the Ballbusters team just hasn't been really too spot on. And Fog, they're opting to go top, allowing Dopesayer to fit straight through the mid and get ahead of 2 players, but Loom is there again, save another cap.
So can go get that rolling bomb, but he decides he doesn't need it. He's just going to juke around the middle.
Oh wow!
Very unlucky there.
Pear does have a rolling bomb with 8 seconds to go. Can he pick up another cap? He easily gets past Chop Shop there. Strange with the button. This should be another cap in the last moments of the game. 4-2 in the second half. 7-2 total to the 50 Shades team. Well played by both sides, but the stronger 50 Shades team clearly showing why they're the top rated right now.
They are definitely the team to beat so far in this competition. They've probably got the most solid defense in the entire comp. And with Dopesayer progressing the way he is and Pear's experience, I think they're going to be a very tough team to beat.
Yeah, you look at the hold times and the amount of returns on the 50 Shades teams in comparison. It's just a total complete difference, and you can see in the gameplay with the Arcane and Strange doing a great job shutting him down. They did the offense of Ballbusters did do a slightly better job in the second half, able to get out a couple of times, but and they did get some caps in, but unfortunately not enough to win the game.
I'm going to hop in and try and get somebody to give us a quick interview.
Alright. But yep, again, well played by both sides. 2 wins now for the 50 Shades team.
Alright, we have a Strange Cloud here, a member from the winning team. We thought you guys were extremely solid on D. Your partnership with Arcane looked extremely formidable. Have you guys been doing a lot of practice, or do you think it's just natural chemistry?
Oh, look, when you get 2 players that just play as well as we do... Okay, no, I'm not going to keep going with that. That's terrible. No, we've worked together really well. We play a lot of no-grab, which I think kills teams, which is good fun to play as well. I don't like when I actually have to chase them. So, yeah.
We saw a very nice cat there sneaking through 4 people in the middle. How?
I'm glad you brought it up because if you didn't, I was. I still don't know how it happened, but I think they all just wanted to cover the top lane for some reason, even though the flag's down the bottom. But I'm happy; it might help my Hoog score.
One last thing. I am very unsure. Why does Pear have a capital R in his name?
We just like to throw people off a little bit. Like sometimes he's gonna have a capital A, sometimes a capital E, sometimes no capitals. So you just got to be ready for these things. We just like to keep teams on their feet, and they weren't ready for it this week. So we'll see what happens next week.
All right, thanks, Strange. Well played.
No worries.
And we do have Biscotti here joining us from the Ballbusters team. Biscotti, despite losing the game, how do you guys think you played? You know, I think there were a couple of caps that were easily preventable, but just unfortunate positioning there. So what do you think? How do you think you guys went there with your defense?
I think our defense was alright. We might have let them out a bit too much, but Chop Shop, this is really all sort of new to him. He was saying he said he liked how much he started to talk and how much he could learn, but he knew how much he needed to talk, if that makes sense. Like he knew there was so much he wasn't saying, so there's still a whole season for him to learn. But I think a lot of it was we're kind of grabbing at the wrong times while they're out, or grabbing with only one offender in there while they had 2 defenders.
Another thing that we saw is you guys actually had a quite good power-up control, but a lot of the times you felt like you wasted it. Is that going to be something you guys are going to work on, or?
No, why? A power-up's good. Like, we don't need them
They're
really.
useless. They're useless. They're terrible.
No, I was just saying before, just call out everything you see. Call out all the power-ups, even if you don't get them. We were kind of a bit quiet at the start in the first half of the first game, but I think like at the second half we kind of got on top of that. Good couple of caps in there, but just in the end of the day, they were a better team. They played a lot better. Their defense was really solid.
All right, well, thanks for talking to us.
Yeah.
Well played, and good luck next week.
Did you talk shit about me?
I didn't actually talk much shit about you. I'm pretty disappointed, so I'm expecting an equally civil commentary of my game in half an hour.
God, no.
Oh god, no. I should have taken the chance all I had.
Anyway, thanks for joining us, guys. I think that's all we have for today. Thank you, Strong, for joining me there for commentary, and thanks everyone for watching. Pretty great game there.
Yeah.
See ya.